Right, hiya. A new area, well, an area I've not filmed yet, but I came here a couple of weeks ago. Over there in the distance is a village that I'm from, about 3/4 of a mile away, through a long footpath and some fields and what have you. And there's quite a bit of woodland bits and bobs. And this here is all new stuff that's been planted in the past 15 years as part of the National Forest scheme, which was like the reintroduction of all different sorts of trees in Leicestershire, Derbyshire and Staffordshire. And then up there to the left is an old woodland where we're going to go, where I know there's some sign and some structures. There's quite a bit to talk about today, but it's about 10 degrees. It's been peeing it down all morning. Stopped about half an hour ago, so fingers crossed I don't get a soaking. And yeah, I'll speak to you shortly. Right, bike is safely locked up on a tree. This is the first little bit where you've come into this this old wood. The first thing is just off the path. The path runs the other side of this hedge here. So this area isn't actually a main footpath as such, but you can see that people have been in and out of here. One, because there's a bit of a path, and two, there's a load of rubbish. But yeah, so just off the main path, you'd say, the other side of the hedge, we got that there. Now, very surprised if that happens naturally, because you see the way that twists. I've seen quite a few of these really. Then you come over here. Now all this in this corner could be quite natural. I mean, you have got the odd there's a horizontal going through there. There's an old bit of log here, and for Mr. Big Step, that fork there that's wedged in with all those bits and bobs of sticks is in a north-south orientation, but that there, that kind of fork, bit of an A, I suppose, I don't know, that is definitely easterly or west-east. Can you see that? Put that in my pocket. Now this here, this is something that I can't see how this could be natural. That's a big bit of wood, that is. That lean. It comes from that tree. Possible X, maybe natural. So yeah, this piece here, it's give me that. That is a big bit of wood. It comes from, where are we? Right up there. It's fallen from that, but you see the branch naturally leans that way. So for it to snap off there, it would obviously fall that way, and then obviously land over here somewhere. No way does that fall and land in that position. Someone's put it there. Now then, up here, I say, I came here a couple of weeks ago, and I'll explain more in a bit why I've come back, because I did film everything that I'm filming today. Bit of wood with duct tape around it, that there. Probably bushcraft, especially with the you say the tape and that around it. But and the rubbish, obviously, as we'll see more as we go up there in a minute. But they're oh wow! Now that's new. That there is new. That wasn't here a couple of weeks ago. Definitely, because I filmed all this here. Yeah, that could well be. I mean, how does that get into that position without someone putting it there? I suppose it, anyway, not in 2 weeks anyway. So yeah, this probably was bushcraft. Some kind of shelter, or sometimes I'll have like a barricade kind of thing, and then a structure where I'm standing. Just as a kind of windbreak or whatever. But excuse me, you see all this here? I can't see the point or the reason why anyone with bushcraft would put those in. So yeah, possibly bushcraft originally, but I do think one of our friends has left their mark or marks as they pass through. Because these woods, these type of woods, let's put it that way, you see they've taped up around that tree, and then it looks as if the tape has gone there. Why people do that, I don't know. So yeah, these kind of woods, they're not big enough to actually sustain, you know, have like a resident population or anything like that. But I mean, look at this, it's an absolute tip. It's disgraceful, man, really bad. And obviously you can see someone's had some kind of shelter here. Yeah, so these places aren't somewhere that they could live permanently. That would be left to like the bigger places, if they do stop in places permanently. And my research is going more and more towards that, really, to find a place. Well, I've got a place, the original place I started. Looking for sign, which is the biggest woodland in my area. Excuse me. And yeah, that's the biggest woodland in my area, and you could quite easily hide there, no problem. One, because it's such a big woodland. It's the biggest place next to Cannock Chase in my area, and a lot of it is private, so they could stay there without anyone knowing, and like use it as a base, moving out, you know, to different woodlands. And I think that's what these little pocket woodlands, where you see the sign, are places where they've passed through and left their sign. I'll go to the top of this hill, and then I'll start showing you the other bits and bobs, because there's quite a bit over there. Cool, see you shortly. Okay, so we've come from the other side of the hill. There's a path that runs along the top of it. Now, say I come here a couple of weeks ago, and I got all really excited. Excuse me. From seeing these structures. I think there's 5 altogether. There's that one there, about I don't know, 9 foot tall, something like that. And then through here there's another type. So now I'll show you the others. Because I'd followed initially, well I still do, followed a lot of Bigfoot channels from North America, Canada, and they all show these structures. Well, no, they don't all show these structures, sorry. There's a lot of them that show these structures. And when I first started, I was thinking, well, if I find these structures in England, forest folk have got to be here, because that's who's building them. And then I became aware that there's bushcraft, people coming out, and that's a typical bushcraft shelter. It's quite small, and it wouldn't I wouldn't put it there because it's halfway on the side of a hill. But anyway, so they come along, put all the sticks. You have a main beam, a main support, and then sticks on either side, and then fill it with leaves and brush and what have you for a temporary shelter. So then you think, well, some of them must be bushcraft, some of them must be forest folk. I think there's another one somewhere around here, isn't there? 1, 2, 3, no, perhaps that's it. Yeah, if I can discern between, sure there's another one. Anyway, sorry. If I can discern between who's making them bushcraft and who's making them forest folk, bingo. So then you start looking for broken stuff, and you think, well, if it's sawn, it's bushcraft, and if it's broken, like that there, if it's snapped, then it's obvious it's forest folk. Well, no. So I've got all excited about these structures. About to do my video, and I thought I'd best just check on this. That's easy enough to break, isn't it? I'll best check on this, because after 6 months I found a few, bloody blah. So I go back, and all these things are quite common in bushcraft, to be honest. So really bad research on my part, because I really didn't do much. Watched the odd video originally, and that was about it. So from now on, I hold my hands up and say sorry. That's bad research. Discount them, and move on. Because there's lots of other stick manipulation that you see. Oh, there it is. It's right behind me. I know it won't. Ah, crikey. Anyway, yeah. So wash your hands with it. There's plenty of other stuff that's not bushcraft, because there's no purpose to it. Interwoven and X's and the glyphs and what have you. So, I mean, that ain't much cop for a shelter, is it? But anyway, get rid, forget about it, move on. I just wanted to show you what I'd found and kind of explain where I'm at. Right, onwards and upwards. I shall show you something else in a minute. Cheers. Just as a small example of people saying there's not enough habitat. You see all the woodland that's around here that no one ever goes into. No one. Maybe the odd gamekeeper. And this isn't particularly you know, known for its woodland around here, but it's everywhere. Little pockets that they can flip from one place to another. You know, it's quite easy to hide if that's your if that's what you do day in, day out. It's easy, obviously. So just wanted to show them really. It's not a very good argument. And this place, now the leaves are turning, it's beautiful. Right, off to the next bit.